Hello everybody and welcome back to the second part of the flight to Frankfurt. Today's video we're going to be going through the landing phase, the approach and the landing phase. Right now we are just about coming up to the final part of the flight and entering the approach phase. I've not really done much apart from lower the speed, and we are also lowering altitude to the required level. So, a few things to note here. Obviously the first thing you'll notice on approach, especially if you're doing an ILS approach, sometimes not all the time, sometimes people will be doing an LOC or VOR or VOR DME, is when it's the ILS, you'll notice there is a bar at the bottom centre of the primary flight display and a bar on the right, just on the inside of each of the displays. Bottom one is the lateral movement, side one is the vertical movement. You'll notice there is a pink diamond in that one and not a pink diamond in this one. Reason being is... oh, it's just gone off. Well then. That shouldn't have happened, but hopefully it'll come back up. But yeah, you'll normally get purple diamond, and what you're looking for is the purple diamond to hit the middle line of each bar, and once that hits, that means you're in perfectly alignment.
Hawk 18 traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 350 generic. Report them in sight. Skyway is 5633 heavy, you are 30 miles northeast. Maintain present heading and altitude, expect ILS runway 256.
So it looks like we're coming in very fast actually at the moment. So we'll keep the speed at 300.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 25 center approach via DF 526 transition cleared to
And
DF
once we've made the bend, I will then start slowing the plane down and deploying the flaps. So while we're waiting, we will set the auto brake to max auto, and the speed brakes are already armed. Important thing to note, you've got to have the speed brake armed when landing, because that engages the spoilers and it helps slow the plane down. In terms of the auto brake, it just depends how much you want to challenge really. I mean, you could land with no auto brake if you feel as though you can stop the plane. Oh, got the 2500 call out there, I wonder why. Let's get the train button on and that's why. So yeah, the auto brake is entirely how comfortable you feel. I like to have it on either max auto or 4. Just because I'm still getting used to landing this plane. Obviously this is I've only just got this plane recently, so I'm still getting the grips of it and I'm still learning it. So any tips, feel free to throw them in the comment section of this video as well. Oh, it's just air traffic control talking to another plane. Right, so as we're about going to start slowing down to 260, so then we can deploy our first notch of flaps. So slowing the plane down now. We will not deploy the flaps until we hit the recommended speed for the flaps, which is for flaps 1, 260 knots. So slowly getting there, and that is the first notch of flaps. Yeah, passenger seatbelt sign is on. We'll get the landing lights on. Right, so we'll start slowing the plane down even further to 240. It's just the height callouts.
2500.
And we will deploy another notch of flaps.
KLM 19er, 39er traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 360.
We will now lower the speed down to 210. That's basic for approaches. You want to gradually go down through the speeds, deploying the relevant flaps as you hit those relevant speeds.
Beeline tree 234 traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level, tree 90 generic. Report them in sight. Magic Sun
Then we will deploy another set of flaps.
3 miles at flight level, tree 60 generic.
We're now on flaps 10. In fact, we'll probably get another notch of flaps on. Flaps 15.
Beeline tree 234 have the traffic.
2,500.
We're still quite a ways from the airport yet, so I'm not going to change the speed as of yet. Just get the plane lined up now with the runway. I think there's a lot of traffic coming in on this runway as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if I have to do a go around. Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't have to do a go around. Nice view of some towns there.
Skyways 563, tree heavy contact approach on 120.155. Good day.
Back inside the plane.
155 SKYWAYS5.
Probably actually increase the speed a bit actually.
Approach SKYWAYS5.
Increase the speed slightly.
4,000 feet.
Skyways 563, tree heavy approach altimeter, tree 0.2.
Delta Foxtrot 524.
as planned.
That's saying 524. Yeah, it's saying 624 on mine. So someone's went wrong there. Also, one thing I forgot to point out in the previous video. This is the box yard, tells you how far you're away from your next waypoint. It also tells you what time you're going to hit that waypoint as well. So I'm going to hit this waypoint at 22:45 Zulu time. Current ground speed is 204 knots and the true airspeed is 225 knots. And we're in a 21 knot headwind since we are on which is at 250, since we're on a 246 heading. These little markers, I think, are all the other planes in the vicinity. So the plane's slowly lining itself up. Oh yeah, there's another plane there, just in the distance there. So 26 miles out. I'm going to wait a few more minutes before I start deploying more flaps. Ah, there we go. So let's get back to total this. So if you notice, that purple diamond is now solid. That means we're getting established on the localizer along that route. And anyways, we just need to wait for the purple triangle on this, the purple diamond on this side to come into view. And once they're both locked at the center of these lanes, that means we are established on the localizer, and then the plane will start following the glide scope. So autopilot's still making slight adjustments. I'm going to start slowing down now actually, because even though I'm 23 miles away, it does come up pretty quick, the runway. So I'm going to deploy another notch of flaps down to 17. Just quickly check. We can actually go all the way down to 20 actually. Get that back up. So when we hit the next waypoint, I will then deploy another set of flaps. I'm actually going to zoom this in, so when I hit Delta Foxtrot 662, I'm going to start deploying another notch of flaps. In fact, I will head on and do that now. go down to 190 now. And flaps 20. I'm just going to reset my camera position. So camera position is reset. Because what I am going to do now is get the hood down. The runway is in sight. I'm going to hit the approach button mode on. Now it's going to get in the glide scope, so it's going to line itself up with that bottom diamond. I'm going to drop the speed to 180 and deploy another notch of flaps. So for the approach, you've got to monitor your speeds. Just concentrate on monitoring the speeds and make sure you don't overspeed with the flaps out.
Tower on 119.905 SKYWAYS5633 heavy.
Obviously with that as well, you don't have to have those lines on. I'm going to turn them off actually, because I like a challenge. Get that centre. I'm actually going to turn the light off because the glare on the... There we go. The glare on that hood was terrible. Just reset the camera. So we are now at full flaps. Gonna drop down all the way to 150.
Going to 121.955 generic 170.
And I believe it's this runway. You know what? Actually, I don't know which runway is which. I'm sure it's that one where Jayhawk 2001 is on. Let's get the train on. Right, so the plane's nose is lifting. And it wants to get on the glide scope. So that's all the plane wants to do on the approach. It wants to get on that glide scope. Glide slope. That's it, the glide slope. Right, so as you've noticed now, the autopilot's recognised as locked onto the localizer, and we are now coming into land in beautiful Frankfurt. Some nice views up here. Reset my camera again. There we go. So, coming in now. Just leave that there for now. Just let the plane do what it needs to do. Obviously from this point you can just choose to fly it in manually if you feel confident. I don't like doing that. I'll usually wait about the 500 call out or the 300 call out, and then I'll take the autopilot off. Then let's get the landing gear out, then I will hand fly it in. The plane could land itself, but I just like to land it, because you're not going to get any better landing unless you do it yourself. So, nice views over Frankfurt at the moment. It's coming in nice and slow. Approximately 150 knots. I'll probably knock 5 more knots off that. So we're down to 145. Also, if you look at the flight assistant, if you feel like you need to, it also tells you the landing speeds as well. It says 111, so it might actually be beneficial to go down to the 130. So we're at 2,000 feet. Slowly coming in on the runway. Now what we're looking for on the runway here is those lights on the left. We want 2 white, 2 red, and at the moment it's not looking pretty at the moment.
Skyways 5633, heavy wind 1907 at 14. Caution the generic landing runway 25 left. Clear to land runway 25 center.
Right, so there's another plane I think landing at the other end.
Skyways 5633 heavy.
Oh, bit of frame rate drop. I do not. There we go, 2 white, 2 red. I don't know what that button means. I've heard it's like the temperature of the wings or something like that, but if anyone's got any ideas what that buzzing sound is, let us know in the comments as well. I'm still new to this, so I'm still learning the ropes, especially when it comes to flying. Right, so we've hit the 1,000 marker. 2 white, 2 red, that's just what we want. So we're at 800. $600. I might be coming in a bit too high here. Oh no, we're not. 500.
500.
I'm gonna wait until about 300.
400.
Right, taking the autopilot off.
300.
Gonna keep
200.
so keep that there. Keeping it nice and level. Oh, coming a bit across. Keep the plane nice and level.
100.
Right, this is gonna be a bit.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Skyways 5633 heavy contact well 1121.65.
That was close.
121.9er 65 for SKYWAYS.
Took up a lot of runway there and I shouldn't have done. So I've come into land. I'm gonna get the flaps in, and we are gonna park up. Probably just gonna park up on the left shaft for this video. I didn't specify the right. Gate, no, I didn't specify that, and I've just crushed a car. So I'm just gonna quickly pull over the plane over here. Just gonna park it nicely amongst these other ones. So, as you saw there, not all landings. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna park in this ramp bit here where the fuel station is. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Stop panicking! Stop panicking! Stop panicking! Right. I'm just gonna park the plane in here. I should have really assigned a gate to myself, but I didn't. Forgot to do that. So, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna put the parking brake on. Turn both engines off. And that is that for today's video. That was the landing there. Hopefully, I'm gonna give it about a 5 out of 10 for that landing. It wasn't my best one. I have done better, but you're not always gonna nail it at the same time. So we're gonna turn auto throttle off, LNAV buttons off, engine slowly shutting down, flight director, autopilot disengage. No need for that. And then we are going to turn off the fuel pumps, close the crossfeed, fuel pump switches are off, take engine generators off, APU generator off, and battery off. And that's it for today, folks, and that was the landing video, the second part of the previous video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there is any requests on which planes you would like me to land or fly or take off, do stunts in, don't be afraid to leave a like and a comment in the comment section. Don't forget, if you like what you see and you'd like to see more of it, please give us a subscribe. And also, I would also like to give a shout out to my friend, the Rugged Gamer. He's also got a YouTube channel. I'll post the link in the description as well, so you can come check his tongue twisting. His channel out as well. He covers many games, from RTSs to role playing to action FPS. So if you like what I say, and hopefully there'll be more to come. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys later.